More teasers ahead of the big NFL schedule reveal on Thursday. We have the teams for Madrid. The Cincinnati Bengals will take on the Atlanta Falcons on November 8th, Week 9 at Bernabeu Stadium. The Kansas City Chiefs and the AFC West champion Denver Broncos will start Week 1 on Monday Night Football. ESPN is reporting representatives of Major League Baseball and the Baseball Players Union are meeting face-to-face on Tuesday to hold the first official collective bargaining talks ahead of the CBA's expiration on December 1st. Grizzlies forward Brandon Clarke has passed away at the age of 29. NBC4 reports that the LA Fire Department responded to a 911 call where Clarke was discovered at his home in San Fernando Valley. Drug paraphernalia was found in the home. The death is being investigated as a possible overdose. PGA Championship tee times were announced for the first few rounds. Rory McIlroy will start from tee number 10 at 8:40 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. I'm Chris Perfett.
How you doing?
How you doing?
What's up, bud?
Is that a Joey Tribbiani? Is that a Rasputia? Or is that a Wendy Williams?
Well, if you say, how you doing, I think Joey Tribbiani.
How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, man. Hey, Danny G, Iowa Sam.
How you doing, man?
Perfect.
Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
Covino and Rich, the world famous, infamous, which is more than famous.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
The legends, known as CNR on FSR, with the great Danny G, super producer. Yeah! Iowa Sam, great to see
Hello.
you.
Hi.
And Perfett will be joining us for Last One Standing today. Let's rock out.
All right.
So we got prizes to give away. We got trivia. We got super fun time here with CNR.
I was thinking about the nerves. The nerve. I was thinking of the nerves going through all the social media departments for all 32 NFL teams because in 48 hours, they do the schedule release on the NFL Network and all that, but what's the big story? What team has the coolest social media release?
Can I tell you?
Who's the most clever?
I know the schedule's important, and that's a big deal and all, but those little videos, I don't give a diddly squat about.
And you make fun of me every year because I love them.
No,
I do too.
I mean, you're not the only guys. Yeah,
I make fun
understand.
of the crappy ones. I applaud the good ones.
Some people just live for this and love
let me
it.
tell you, there's I'm not being stereotypical, but there's probably a 26-year-old social media woman out there right now.
Oh, you're not wrong.
That is 48 hours away from getting her flowers. Like, she's going to get a big raise. Like, the Cardinals had the best one.
It's
or
her Super Bowl.
Yeah, or like the Titans. Did you see theirs?
It's
It's
really
so good.
a
The
social
Chargers.
media competition is what it turned into.
Yeah, the Chargers are always, they pay attention to their social media
There'll
team.
be a playoff of like some old school video games or movies, or like they'll have fans doing something silly. Like there's always something, and we're 48 hours away from the big release. That's what she said.
Don't forget all the dissing. You diss the other teams in your division.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
Some subtle smack talk is always fun. You know what? That is fun, Danny G. I'll give you that. That's fun, but are you looking forward to those videos? Let us know. Everybody's looking forward to the schedule. No diggity, no doubt.
Well, I was talking to the great Dan Byer who filled in for Stugatz.
You call him the great Dan Byer? I call him Dan Byer the Great.
Oh, yeah. He was on earlier with our pal Monsi.
Yeah, he's slaying it, dude.
And,
Great job.
Great job. Thank you, DB. I was saying, like, it's a week where there's stuff going on, but there's no, like, juicy stories. And I just feel like people are going to be thirsting, like they're thirsting Howell the Third for those scheduled releases on Thursday because people
no
love
juicy
football.
stories. I guess you're not following all the alien files. 162 alien files. You're not following the Vrabel story.
I'm so over that.
You're not following Alex Earl on the Today Show. Yeah, you're right. There's not a whole lot going on, bro. But I hope you had a Cavs Thunder, or should I say a Rich Davis Thunder Cavs sort of night.
You see
have
these legs?
Have you seen Rich's Cavs?
My goodness.
Hope you had a Cavs and Thunder sort of night. It's tied up at 2. Pistons, Cavs, Thunder with the sweep. Danny G, sad about that.
Yeah.
Lakers.
Overall, it was a decent season for the Lakers. considering what happened at the end there with Luka and Reeves.
True. You don't like seeing LeBron get swept like that, though.
Didn't
Fourth
like
time in his career, right?
Didn't like him missing that final shot.
No, that's weak, and it's sort of sad. And I'm sure, much like Cypress Hill, he ain't going out like that. I highly doubt it.
I don't want to have a pessimistic attitude because I'm the most optimistic guy, even when I'm feeling a little under the weather today. But there's got to be a part of you, Danny, that's like, you knew it was going to end. Like, no offense to a lot of National League teams, right?
Because of health, though, yeah. So
come the playoffs.
No doubt.
There's teams that'll make the playoffs, and they're like, well, until we face the Dodgers, probably.
Remember going into the first series with the Rockets, everybody was predicting gentleman's sweep. Not by the Lakers, by the Rockets. So,
but there was like hope there. But once, remember we joked about anyone who hard fought that won that series.
I said either team was entering a wood chipper.
Yeah, you did say that. And here we are with the Thunder and the Knicks just standing by, waiting to just say hi to who? I guess we'll find out in the next couple of days. We got a big Game 5 tonight and then another one tomorrow. But the Spurs, double-digit favorite tonight down in San Antonio. Wemby going to be throwing elbows or what?
Elbows will be thrown. Of course, players to watch. Anthony Edwards looking for a big game. But, yeah, that's tied at 2. Excited about it. We'll get to it along with Last One Standing, a special edition of Last One Standing. But let's talk bad starts to get the show going.
I thought the last 6 minutes has been fire.
No, not our show.
I thought we've been bringing the one-liners already.
You know, Danny G was like, wood chipper, I said that. Well, let's rewind. When the baseball season started, we did our predictions and we did our out on the limb hot takes. And I remember saying, Cal Raleigh's a fluke. Now, I'm not wishing anything on him.
Yeah.
I'm not wishing him a bad season, but that dude had a dream season. Runner-up MVP, baloney. Give me a break. I said something along the lines of, there's no way he's going to have a follow-up season like that again. That was a miracle dream season, and you can't take it away from him. He had a great one, but I did say there's no way he's repeating that. That was like my hot take out on a limb sort of thing.
And if you know our show, we're not the type of guys to be like, hey, remember when we said this? We're right. Like, that's not our vibe, but it is funny that Covino was adamant that Cal Raleigh, thank God he didn't win MVP because Aaron Judge does it every year. Cal Raleigh fluke. And
you're right. And that's exactly what I said. It was so undeserving because it was like a fluke season. And that was my thought heading into this season.
Yeah, and how many arguments did we all have to sit through last year between the two of you?
And the story today is the dude is 0 for 36. Like, stinkaroo. And I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
I could do that.
16 strikeouts in that span, batting a whopping 157. It's the longest hitless streak in the league right now. Now, think about this. Runner-up for the AL MVP to the longest hitless streak in the league. Like, when I said I didn't think he was going to have as good of a season, I didn't mean this.
You were thinking like 30 to 40 homers, batting 250.
Yeah, this is even worse than I would have thought, worse than anyone would have thought. And I do feel bad. Believe me, I'm not taking any joy out of this start. I feel bad for the dude because you can only imagine how he must feel coming off this dream season. It's like honeymoon's over.
Yeah, unlike Brandon Marsh, who's batting 350. This guy's batting 150.
It's a brutal start.
I did look earlier today just to stay in the loop on things as a big baseball fan. I studied the stat leaders earlier this morning.
Okay.
I was like, you know what?
Who are you, Dwayne Stats?
I was like, God, they had 8 minutes and the jokes keep coming.
Did you call your boy Elias from the Sports Bureau?
I was looking at the stats, and I'm like, you know what? It's a fourth of the way through the year. I could take a good look and be diligent and, know the league leaders. Let me take a look. And I'm like, as predicted, some of the same names like Aaron Judge, Schwarber, Murakami in Chicago.
Ooh, the South Side Samurai?
The thought that there's some teams that were close to getting him, and he chose the White Sox. Remember that?
Ooh, bad choice. Great hat, great uniform, bad choice.
But, Judge and Schwarber leading the AL and NL with 16 homers. Batting average, you got some typical stars up there, but there are guys that are having rough beginnings.
Yeah, and Cal
and
Raleigh.
No one worse than Cal Raleigh.
With 60 home runs last year, batting 154 this year, 157, I'm sorry, is number one on that list of disappointments. And again, I want to make it clear because I'm having fun and we're feeling good. I don't take any pride or joy in his terrible start. As a Yankee fan, as a Judge guy, as a guy who predicted that, I take no joy in that, and I hope he gets out of it. And I'm sure he will because he's a great player. I never thought he sucked or anything like that. The dude's great. But when it comes to bad starts, you think of Cal Raleigh. You think of your New York Mets, who today they're saying they'll be the only team as of now to lose 100 games. They're on pace to lose 100 games. And when you factor in the superstars they have on that team and the payroll, it's absurd to think that the Mets, who were like coming in all excited and Rich put $1,000 bet on them, are going to lose 100 games.
They were projected in Vegas to win 90.5 games. So this, on paper, was supposed to be a 90-plus win National League competitor, a team that might be able to rival the Dodgers or the Phillies, or by the Phillies, who were stinking too. But the teams that were predicted to be pretty good, some of them are not delivering. And the question is this: bad start or just straight up bad right now? Like, a bad start's like if you go bowling and you get an open frame in the first. A bad start is like you trip out you trip when you're having a running race. A bad start is a pitcher that gets rocked in their first start. Remember Paul Skeens got rocked in his first start?
Yeah.
Like, it happens.
Okay, so you're saying bad start, or we're like a quarter of the way into the season, so you might just be bad at this point and have a bad season all around. And by the way, I love your bowling analogy as far as bad start, because there's nothing worse than getting open bowl when you were a kid. Are the lanes open? Is there open bowl today? All right, cool. You go there with your buddy and you throw an open frame to start the game. You want to just start the whole thing over.
Dude, if you have a 7.
You want to press the reset button.
Dude, if you bowl and on your first frame you bowl a 7, and you're like, I'll pick up that spare, and you miss the head pin,
you might as well go home.
Yeah, I feel that way with mini golf too. If in mini golf, the first hole, it's like, oh, yeah, no, we're here to have fun, right? You get a 4.
I used to do that with video games too. If I had a bad start playing the computer or even playing like my little brother or whatever, big toe was always on standby, ready to hit the reset button.
You would hit the reset button with your big toe?
It was I had that skill down.
That says a lot about you.
Patented move. That's why I never lost. Undefeated in RBI baseball till this day.
Yeah.
Thanks to the big toe hitting the reset button. Because bad starts are weak. You don't want a bad start ever, because that's the tone setter. Like, we just came back from vacation, right?
You had the ABS challenge, right? The automated big toe system.
That's how I won every game as a kid. Yeah. Undefeated. But, we just came back from vacation. You heard all about it on our Patreon. We mentioned it yesterday. If that first day, you and wifey or your girlfriend or whoever, you're bickering, it rains, you guys get into a little tiff, that could set the tone for the rest of the vacation, where you're mean mugging each other and ruin the whole time.
Oh, that's right.
Or something bad happens. You lose your bag. Your wallet gets stolen on like that.
You buy a tiny fruit bowl for $23.
You get ripped off by a overpriced fruit bowl. That could really set the tone. That's a bad start.
I tell you, whether it be a start of a season, a game, a vacation, I have rules here in place. I feel like
that first day, that good start is so important.
Covino knows this is something I've preached for years, and don't worry about, you don't have to put your finger on the button, Sam.
Are you going to talk about the diggy dive?
Sam, put your finger on the button.
When you go on vacation with the wifey or girlfriend, I'm adamant about you get to the hotel and you immediately throw it down. Because I feel like if you get to vacation and
you're talking about push-ups, right? Throw it down.
Throw it down. If you drop your bags and you and the missus just sort of go at it right away, you're both in good moods from the start.
Don't you call that setting the tone?
Setting the tone.
You're talking about cardio.
Setting the tone. Dude, I play rec softball. If in my first at-bat I rip a double, I'm in a great mood. If I pop out to left, I'm like, God damn, why'd I come out here and give up my time with my kids and family? I'm a big believer in, like, good starts. Like,
hey, dude, as a coach, your Coach Dickey, I imagine if your little kids have a rough start, you're just like, oh, jeez.
Dude, I remember when I played high school ball, and I'm not Mr. Reminiscing, but I pitched.
Yeah,
and
tell me about it, Al Bundy.
Well, Peg, fat woman came into the shoe store today. No, when I remember that I was a very get-through-the-first-inning guy. Like, if I got through the first inning, I was cruising. But I was the guy that every so often would give up a couple in the first.
Get
and
rattled.
I was just like, oh, damn.
It sets the tone.
Yeah.
And, we're talking bad starts, or are you just bad and you got to deal with it? Because Cal Raleigh is like, this is a monumental.
All right, let's play a game. Cal Raleigh.
I don't want to say fail, but like when you compare him to what he was last year, like this is bad.
All right, then answer the questions. Cal Raleigh, bad or bad start?
I think he's having a bad season.
You know,
I don't think he's a bad player.
There are 181 Major League Baseball players.
I don't think you climb out of this. He's got 7 home runs.
I was just about to give you the greatest stat ever, and you just poo-pooed me.
And he's batting 157. Remember, he had 60 home runs last year, guys.
There's 181 baseball players
181
eligible for stat ratings. You know how like you have to have a certain number of at-bats to be eligible to win a batting title or home runs and everything? There's 181 eligible players in Major League Baseball right now. 181. If you list them by batting average, Cal Raleigh is 180. Only one guy batting worse.
We're talking Cal Raleigh.
Last year, runner-up for MVP.
Yeah.
This year, runner-up for the worst average in baseball.
Now, I just think he's having a bad season. I don't think he's bad.
Did you hear that?
I
Last
did.
year, runner-up for MVP.
It's insane.
This year, runner-up for worst in baseball. The
And
only
again,
guy
it
worse.
proves that he wasn't worthy of winning last year. He had an amazing season, but he was not worthy of that award.
The only guy worse is a guy that – I'll give you a hint. Let's see if you can think of who this is. I'll give you 2 hints.
All right.
Was a really productive, solid type of player for the Orioles. The Mets took a chance on a playoff run last year, and he stunk real bad.
McNeil.
No.
Oh, who?
Lifetime, great,
Lifetime Oriole?
really good Oriole outfielder. Had some good moments. Became a Met for 3 months. Stunk real bad. And now he's batting 143 for the Rays. I'll give you a hint. Black dude.
Drawing a blank. Who?
Cedric Mullins.
Cedric. All right.
Cedric Mullins. Remember, he
What's
was like
he batting?
143.
How is he still in the league
His
at
name
this
is
point?
drawing a blank.
Yeah. How is he still playing?
I mean, Cedric Mullins. Think of those years. If you are an AL guy, you're more so than me, and he played in your division.
Yeah.
Cedric Mullins for the Orioles was a good player for a while.
Man, that's bad, Pee Wee. But you know, when you're Cal Raleigh, it's more dramatic. It's more drastic.
Safe to say, Mullins was probably an all-star at least one year, right?
How about for bad starts? Can we throw Shohei Ohtani into this conversation?
Dude, when we were talking about this in our pre-show meeting, which, believe it or not, we do have one, guys. Mike, who runs this place, was like, yeah, the only one worse.
Hey.
As far as like where you should be, right? Because you
Yeah.
expect more from Cal Raleigh.
Now you got to give him props for pitching because
Yes,
he's
ERA's like under one.
He's looked
Shohei.
amazing on the mound, but at the plate, he looks like he forgot how to hit.
He's going to trade an MVP for just Cy Young. Don't worry.
It's so strange. He's
Right?
tied for 115th. He's batting 233.
He is just on a bad streak, major cold streak right now.
And we forget that Ohtani, like, I'm not saying we forget, so that's a silly thing to say. How about this? He's never been this unproductive at the bat.
He's
when,
got 6 home runs and he's batting 233.
I mean, here's a guy that is perpetually a 275-plus hitter, a guy that you know is good for 40, 50-plus homers every year. Pitching was just the bonus, like the supplementary, like, oh, my God, and he can pitch. He's the Babe Ruth of modern-day baseball.
You were close. Shohei's lifetime's 280.
Yeah, the guy's like a 280 hitting bombs, stealing bases. It just,
I mean, this can't continue for much longer.
No,
you'd
that's
think.
the difference. So bad start. Again, bad or just bad start? Bad start for Shohei. There's no way.
At the plate. We hope
At
he
the
keeps
plate.
pitching.
But there's
this
no
way.
way this continues. He's too great of a player. We've seen it. It's proven. Now,
All right, can I give you-
your
can I-
Mets, 1/4 into the season, you're big dreaming if you think they're digging out of this hole. You are out of your mind. I heard, who was it? Someone from the Mets office said, this is not a chemistry problem or something like that. It's like, yes, it is.
that would be David Stearns. We have audio
What is
of
he?
him.
What team is he watching?
We have audio of him, and Sam will cue it up in a second. But I want to name some guys right now that are as Broadway Joe.
Namath.
Why did I say I was wanting to say Theismann so bad? Though I do think he's hunky as well. So does your mom. Joe Namath famously said, struggling. As I struggled through that, I'm going to give you some guys that are struggling. You tell me, is it
Struggling.
first quarter of the season stink, or is it permanent stink?
Okay. It's sort of like it's like as you get older, is it an injury or is it the start of something?
Or with the Mets, is it generational stink?
It's hard to it's really hard to tell, so let's try to figure it out.
Covino nailed it. When you turn 40, every little ache and pain, you're like, is my knee going to just hurt forever?
I'll tell you what,
Is
I hurt my rotator cuff at the gym, right? Or I made it worse at the gym. And I thought I'd work it out and work through the pain. And I'm like, yeah, this will go away. This will go away. But you know what? It really was just the start of something that might be permanent.
And now you might have to go to the doctor and get
It's
surgery.
terrible.
All right, let me give you a couple guys, and you tell me if it's permanent stink or just temporary stink.
Okay.
Stink. And then we'll play this clip of Mets general manager David Stearns, who thinks that somehow the team's they're not out of it yet. All right. Oh, here's one. Corey Seager batting 189 for the Rangers. 7 home runs, 19 ribbies, but Corey Seager batting 189.
That's not permanent stink. Another proven player. I just watched him play against the Yankees, and still hitting the ball. His timing's a little off, and I just think he's one of those like Cody Bellinger types where they're just the all-around great player who's having an off start right now.
All right, I'll give you a couple more.
So definitely not permanent stink with that guy.
Future Hall of Famer, one of the best Kansas City Royals of all time, Sally Perez, batting 191 with 5 home runs.
Well, again, older player at the end of his career. This is like the start of the permanent stink. This is my shoulder injury. It's not going away.
Struggling.
It's there for the rest of my life.
I mean, there's some wild ones on here.
But you know what? He also has the post-World Baseball Classic blues, right? Think about it. He got his big win with Venezuela. The guy was captain of the team. That was a big, big moment for him. Then he comes down and he plays for this weak-ass team. The vibe's not the same. At the end of his career, yeah, I think we're seeing what he's got for the rest of it.
I have more stink. So
yeah,
let me keep going.
Stink.
We'll go rapid fire with the stink. Danny, who's got the most punchable face in the National League?
Oh, Manny Machado.
Who's batting 191?
Yo, that's crazy.
With 6 home runs. Like, he's not really bringing it.
That is insanity.
Struggling.
How about another guy, Jarren Duran of the Red Sox, who's always been a really formidable player?
Yeah, he's a great player.
Batting 194 with 4 home runs.
I think these are not permanent stinks. I think these are all just bad starts.
Trevor Story batting 200.
What is the deal?
Jazz Chisholm batting 201.
Miserables. By the way, side note, as of today, Caballero put on the IL for the Yankees. Anthony Volpe called up. So there might be a switcheroo going on if Jazz Chisholm, because he's not starting. Chisholm's not starting tonight. Rosario's starting. So a lot of these teams got to figure out what to do next. You can't have key players batting 190 something.
Dansby Swanson on the Cubs, really, great player.
Yeah,
batting 200.
Yeah, this is terrible.
I'll give you 2 more, and then Soderstrom on the A's.
No,
207.
Again, yeah, he's too good of a player. He's too young and solid of a player. Probably putting too much pressure on himself to be that guy.
Pete Alonso batting 210 for the Orioles.
No, again, that's just temporary stink. But bad starts. It's temporary, but bad starts.
Ketel Marte batting 213. I'm naming
those
all-stars.
Are big names. These are real big names to be playing that bad.
Are we the first to point out that there's, Danny G, at least 10 all-stars batting around 200 at 4th into the season? Like, this is not coincidence.
Well, there was a lot of people that speculated the World Baseball Classic.
Willie Adames is batting 213.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not one that subscribes to the WBC adding to some of the funk that these all-stars, like your boy Juan Soto was on that list for a while too, that had these terrible starts. But it's really crazy to see. So on this show, on the start of our show, a pretty decent start. We're talking bad starts. And
yeah, I think it's a good start.
Do you think it's a permanent thing? The difference between just bad and bad starts.
I think Rich will get better as the hour goes.
Yeah, I hope so. Let us know at 877-99 on Fox. What's in the Kool-Aid? Like, what the heck is going on?
And by the way, to start the show, Rich, you talked about a Game 5 in San Antonio tonight.
Yeah.
Another Game 5 in Vegas tonight, tied up at 2 games apiece. Ducks at the Golden Knights.
Ooh.
Yeah, one of my sons is a big Vegas fan, so he's all excited
I
for
hope
that.
the Ducks do the flying V with Gordon Bombay because it's Emilio Estevez's birthday today.
Oh, it's a sign.
Wah, wah, bet on the Ducks. Gordon Bombay all day.
All right, now, if you want to watch what you hear, you want to be interactive and get involved and join the chat, Join us now live at Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube, at Covino and Rich FSR, and of course, check out the podcast later on. But we want to get to your feedback.
Yeah.
It's the difference between a bad start and just being straight up bad. A lot of the players we mentioned, they're too good to not turn it around. Maybe you could chalk it up to a bad season, but man, it's really interesting when you look at it that way.
Well, you know what? Who do you think turns around the stank? Is it a bad start or perma-stank? We'll take your feedback next right here. And we're going to play Last One Standing later, give away some prizes. So a fun, good start to a Tuesday. Action-packed Covino and Rich.
If you're skilled in manufacturing, your next job shouldn't be hard to find, and it shouldn't slow your career down. Express Employment Pros connects skilled workers and contract and full-time manufacturing jobs at companies that need talent right now.
Yeah, go to expresspros.com, find a location near you. Your local Express office understands manufacturing and works with companies at every level of production.
That means real opportunities for machinists, welders, assemblers, quality control inspectors, maintenance technicians, production managers, and more.
When you turn to Express Employment Pros for your job search, you're working with a staffing leader in manufacturing backed by global resources, local teams that help you get involved, employers in your community. So whether you're looking to build your skills, take the next step in your career, or find a new opportunity in manufacturing, Express is ready to help connect you where you're needed most.
The online job search can be frustrating, a black hole of applications. Call your local Express office to put people back in the hiring process. Visit expresspros.com to find your local Express Employment Professionals office today.
They'll be the least interesting, I want to say boring, the least interesting team to ever be this dominant. As we watch Oklahoma City, they're not losing, dude. They're 7-0, and I looked this up. What is the best postseason record for an NBA team? And I'll save you the energy. I looked it up. I'll tell you. The 2017 Golden State Warriors.
I'm thinking Warriors, Bulls.
You're on the right track, dude.
Maybe? No, Spurs were great, but not that dominant.
So 2017 Warriors were 16-1. They were 16-1 on their way to an NBA title. The 96 Bulls, Jordan in his prime, they were 15-3.
Wow.
Kobe, Shaq, and the Lakers in 01.
Oh, yeah.
That was when one of the series was shorter. So they're 15-1, only one playoff loss on their way to an NBA title.
Kobe!
And right now, OKC is 7-0, which leads me to this. If the Oklahoma City Thunder find a way to sweep the Lakers, which is likely, the Lakers look like it's all over, Johnny, right?
It's like, not if, it's when.
Yeah, right? But I think it'll be a sweep, right? I just don't think, even on their best day, they're not a complete team right now. They'll be 8-0. If they...
But wait a second, that corgi dog who bounces the ball off his nose, he picked the Lakers to come back.
Oh,
Someone say corgi?
Yeah.
Man.
You have my attention.
Then...
I've seen that dog.
If it's the Spurs or T-Wolves, and then in the NBA Finals, Pistons or Knicks, who are playing unstoppable right now, if OKC goes on to just pretty much sweep or gentleman sweep everyone, would they be, and I don't want to, it would be cheap if I said, the most boring team to ever win a
but wait
final.
a second. You think they're gonna sweep the next round too? I don't see that.
But I'm saying if they were, to just keep beating teams by 20, 30 points, like just whooping everyone. I wouldn't say the most boring, because that's like a cheap way. Oh, they're boring. The least exciting,
Isn't that a synonym?
The team that care. Oh, how about this? The team that people care the least about.
Oh, okay.
You didn't have to like the Bulls to be interested in Michael Jordan, the Bulls. You didn't have to like the Celtics or the Lakers to be interested in Bird and Magic and Kareem. You didn't need to like the Golden State Warriors to be intrigued with Steph's big games and three-pointer after three-pointer and the Splash Brothers and Draymond, fighting underneath. I think if OKC wins back-to-back in really historic fashion, let's say they do only lose one or two playoff games, they'll be among the best ever, but I think they'll be the least interesting, I wouldn't say boring, the least interesting team to ever be this dominant, where other cities, other fan bases just don't really care.
Is that a generational disconnect, or do you think there's real truth to that?
Dude,
No, I feel like there's real truth to that, because the running joke right now is the Thunder's second best player is not even on the court. He's out injured.
But think about who's making these jokes. It's a bunch of older cats and older heads and older dudes that have the platform to talk and say these things. I'm wondering, and I'm just speculating, we always say the NBA is a young man's game, right? For a young kid, that's their Lakers, that's their Bulls, that's their Golden State Warriors. So for a younger kid who doesn't have that platform to speak that way, are they pumped about it? I don't know.
But
the truth is, I don't know, because I agree with you. I'm just playing
I'm
devil's advocate, I guess.
I'm not taking the cheap bait where I'm like, OKC's boring, guys. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, generally speaking, in the 90s, people had Michael Jordan jerseys, sneakers, gear.
Gatorades.
I have friends in New York whose kids have Steph Curry jerseys. Danny G, even down here in rival territory,
Yeah.
you heard everyone booing Draymond at the roast because it was in L.A.
Those are also bigger market teams.
But Draymond getting booed last night by a Lakers fan base in L.A. We all know that there's kids in L.A. wearing Steph jerseys. There's kids wearing Steph Curry jerseys everywhere. There's kids that wore Jordan jerseys outside of Chicago in the 90s. In the 80s, you saw New Yorkers wearing Magic Johnson jerseys or Larry Bird. They had Celtics
superstars
fans.
that transcended like alliance, right?
Yeah.
There was kids in New York wearing Magic Johnson jerseys.
Right now,
kids in New York wearing Jordan
Yeah,
jerseys.
I feel what Rich is saying. There's
Star Powers
there's B
week.
stars on all consistent players. They're so deep.
Like-
the Thunder come at you in waves. They go 9-10 players deep. And every player is talented, especially on the defensive side of the ball, as good as they are on the offense.
Right. Is it a bad start? Or are you going down in a blaze of glory all season long?
We also play this in tribute to Rich's boy, Emilio!
Yeah, Emilio Estevez. Gordon Bombay turned 64 today.
Young Guns.
Interestingly enough, Covino always accuses me of thinking, if I think it must be true.
Well, you live in Dickie's bubble, yes.
Oh, okay. You don't live in Stevie's bubble?
No.
Where you think everyone loves rock music and earrings?
I live in Stevie's
And the
Playhouse.
Yankees?
If we took a poll right now for
You
people
can
that really
take a
know
poll.
us,
I'm fine.
you
Steve.
are Bubble Boy.
Hey.
They call Rich Bubble Boy Davis.
Yeah, that's my nickname.
They don't call him that for no reason.
All right, well, my point is, am I in a bubble
Yes.
for thinking Emilio Estevez, Mighty Ducks, got to be one of the top things people know him for? Because I looked up on our pal Chad GPT.
I've never seen it, but I can't say he's not known for it. There was like 3 movies and a Disney series.
He's a member of the Brat Pack.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
St. Elmo's Fire
but I'm
and
thinking
Breakfast
like
Club
Breakfast
right up
Club.
there.
I
I'm
mean,
thinking-
The Outsiders, 2-bit.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
dude.
Young Guns,
Just
but-
because you're a doofus that didn't see The Outsiders.
I saw The Outsiders, but I
Did
will say
not.
that the 2 movies that I come packing with in my Emilio Estevez tribute, I would have to say Breakfast Club and Mighty Ducks. If you think Emilio
I wouldn't
Estevez,
say he's not known for Mighty Ducks, but
Gordon
you're forgetting
Bombay,
Young Guns
legendary.
too. That's another great one.
yeah, that's a one-time doozy.
No, there was part 2. Blaze
Oh.
of Glory is from part 2, in fact, I think. So anyway, we're Covino
Correct.
Rich. Happy birthday to Emilio Estevez. Emilio! And we're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. just discussing bad starts. Now, the start of our show
It was fantastic. Have you missed any of it?
It's not necessarily the greatest start, but I wouldn't say it was a bad start.
No.
But some of these players, man, we're talking big names. That's what makes this significant. And by the way, you failed to mention Juan Soto, bro. 264 with 4 home runs. That's not a Juan Soto type of season.
But he was on the IL for a while.
Oh,
so
but come on.
the
Shohei,
floor-
of course. Shohei's got 6 home runs. He's batting .233. But Cal Raleigh's the story today because it's just unbelievable that
shocked.
he's been 0 for 36. And in that span, he's had 16 strikeouts, and he's batting .157 with 7 dongs coming off a potential MVP season last year. .157? He's better than that. We know it.
I'm just saying this.
Struggling.
I'm shocked that no one else, I mean, I'm not locked on the MLB network all day, but I haven't heard anyone else talk about, the exciting start of the MLB season and how there's not 1, 2, 3. There's not 4, 5, 6, 7, LeBron style.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
I'm locked
there's-
on the MLB
there's like-
network.
there's
Shout
like-
out to Greg Amsinger and Matt Vasgersian, bro.
There's got to be, like, Danny G, like 10 to 15 all-star caliber players that are playing like ass.
Cheeks. Straight
Like,
cheeks. as
Well,
you could say.
I think there's a lot of distractions, including the NBA and NHL playoffs. Plus, Rich, it's such a long season that I feel like it goes in 10 parts.
That is true.
Are we even to part 2 yet?
But the simple fact that Manny Machado, Juan Soto, your boy Ohtani, Cal Raleigh, your boy Chisholm.
Chisholm's terrible this year.
There's Anthony Roman.
Roman Anthony.
Roman Anthony on the Red Sox. All these young players. PCA's not having a good start. There's very few stars that are having star-type beginnings. And I just looked up. Fernando Tatis Jr., as you know, yet to hit a home run.
That's wild, man. So you never want to start at a deficit. Even with the games tonight. In basketball, you could always come back and have a run, but you never want to start bad. Whether it be bowling, recreationally, like we said, a video game, or on vacation in life. Like, you never want the bad start because that sets the tone.
Can I tell you, I never brought this up to you off the air either. I had a scare when I was just in Maui.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, it ruined 2 hours of the first day I was there.
Yeah,
and I'm
that
trying
stinks.
to forget it. We stopped to get lunch, and my wallet fell in between the car seat and the glove box.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a 2-hour period where I thought I lost my wallet in Hawaii.
Terrible
So
feeling.
all I'm thinking the whole time is like, I have to go to the airport early now. Do they let me through? Like, how do you get on a plane without an ID? And
It's going to be a terrible family vacation.
like Danny, it ruined the first 2 hours.
I can
Bad
imagine.
start.
And then finally, my wife, God bless her, she's like, "There it is, you idiot!" Like it was like camouflaged in between the seats.
But didn't you? It was a sigh of relief. It made things better at that point,
It
right?
did, but that start, I
Little
couldn't get it
pain
back.
for
Like,
pleasure.
Yeah, we
I'll
got to
tell
the
you
home-
what,
yeah.
another example, a current topical example of a bad start, and you never want things to go this way, but everyone's buzzing about this Kevin Hart roast on Netflix. Dude, even Shane Gillis acknowledged, like, whew, thank God it picked up a little bit because I was realizing that the Tom Brady one was way better. And that's exactly how I felt watching it. Like, this is flat. This is, like, crass and sort of mean and not that fun. It's not going as smooth and as fun as the Tom Brady one was. And he acknowledged that too. But there was a point where it felt like it started to flow and it had a rhythm and it started to pick up. And that's how you want things to begin because that sets the tone to everything.
Well, Wes hit us up and he said, if you don't believe that Emilio Estevez's biggest role is Gordon Bombay, they named an NHL franchise after that movie and his character.
I don't know. I wasn't debating you.
I mean,
I've
it's
I've
wild
never
to think,
seen
right?
the Mighty Ducks. I'm not downplaying its importance.
Well, to wrap up is it a bad start or is it just bad? Mets GM David Stearns talked to the media today. A lot of people thought that maybe it was an announcement about a new manager. Maybe like they're just calling up some young players. The Mets
some young guns.
The Mets outfield now has 2 rookies and Juan Soto. Yeah, that makes sense for a $400 million payroll. They asked David Stearns if he thought the season was over, what's the reason for it, and here's some of the jibber-jabber he gave the media.
Do you still believe you can make a run at some point here?
I do believe that. We have not shown that yet, but I do believe that.
Why?
I think we have the talent on the roster and the character on the roster to make a run. We've got a lot of season left. I'm not going to say it's early. It's not. We're a quarter into the season. It's not early anymore, but we do have enough season left to make a run, and I think we have the talent to do that.
Big dreaming, bro.
You know, they asked Carlos Mendoza, the Mets manager, and I thought it was a rude yet pertinent question. Did you see this like a week ago? They're like, have you ever thought, Carlos, that it's not anything you're doing wrong or anything? It's really this team is just bad? And he sort of laughed it off, but like,
It's just bad.
dude, like
They would be just bad.
like in every sport, right? Teams make the playoffs. Half the league's under 500.
And by the
right?
way, I looked it up, Rich, just for record. According to ChatGPT, I wrote, what is Emilio Estevez best known for? The son of Martin Sheen, brother of Charlie Sheen. What is he best known for? Can you put it in order for me? And what do you think came in number one, Mr. Know-It-All?
Probably Breakfast Club.
Yep. Boom. So tell Wes in Vegas to beat it.
I would say number 2 should be Mighty Ducks, but it's
Number
probably
2,
some nonsense.
The
like-
Mighty Ducks.
Oh, there you go.
Number 3, St. Elmo's Fire. Number 4, Young Guns. Number 5, Repo Man. Number 6, Bobby. Bobby what?
What?
Bobby.
Where's Maximum Overdrive?
Number 7, just Brat Pack fame overall.
Okay. All right. Well, with that thought, think to yourself, are your favorite players off to bad starts, or are they just bad all of a sudden? Let's go to Profet for an update. Yo, what's up, Chris?
All right, guys, we got a few drip. That's how the NFL treats its schedule. Thursday's supposed to be the big reveal, but
Yeah.
you know, they give us all this
They give
kind
you
of stuff.
breadcrumbs along the way.
By the way,
it is wild how they'll be like, hey, psst. They're like the, remember the janitor in Billy Madison?
Yeah.
Billy's car is green. Like, they give you little things like, psst, on Thanksgiving, it's the Eagles-Cowboys. Pass it along.
Well, they had just announced yesterday that the Lions and Bills will play in the new Highmark Stadium for Thursday Night Football.
That's cool.
Get-in price, apparently, according to Adam Schefter, $663
Damn.
for the current lowest tickets
Well, it's
right
gonna be
now.
Two good teams, new stadium.
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
Well, the two bits of news we got today. So first off, Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos will start Week 1 on Monday Night Football. And it was just announced that in Madrid, Week 9, November 8th, we'll see the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Atlanta Falcons in Bernabeu Stadium. So whenever they want to announce the Munich game, I would love to get my tickets arranged now because the Lions are going to
I
play
would
over
love
there.
to throw it out there that we do a live broadcast from one of these games.
Niners in
Absolutely.
Australia.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
Take it
Profet,
on the road. Yeah, what's up?
I was going to say, the Lions, that makes sense with the Bills, Week 2, two good teams. Mahomes' certainty not being back Week 1, isn't that sort of a throwaway game then?
Are we going to even get Bo Nix Week 1 too? He's got to come back
Yeah,
from
I was gonna
injury
say,
as well.
Like you might have two backup quarterbacks on your first Monday Night Football game.
Bad start.
Yeah, it's a very odd one to start Monday Night Football, unless the league knows something we don't know. Who knows? The representatives of Major League Baseball and the Players Union met face-to-face on Tuesday to hold the first official collective bargaining talks ahead of the CBA's expiration on December 1st, hoping to avoid a potential lockout. Tee times were announced for the first rounds of the PGA Championship coming up here. Rory McIlroy will start from tee number 10 at 8:40 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, while in a group with Jordan Spieth and Jon Rahm. And finally, guys, a bit of news from the world of TV and sports. Cristo Fernandez, you know him by the name Danny Rojas, who he played in Ted Lasso, Apple TV's hit show. Well, so some fun story about him. If you know his backstory, he was actually trying to break into soccer professionally at the age of 15 in Guadalajara, where he grew up, and a knee injury sidelined him, put him on the path to working in film. Now he has signed a 2-month contract with El Paso Locomotive in the USL Championship, the second tier of American soccer.
Cool, man. Football is life.
Earlier in this year, he had worked out with the reserve side of Chicago Fire FC in the MLS, but it looks like he is still trying to make his dream come true to play soccer. Back to you guys.
That's cool. He is the, as you know, football is life.
No, that's awesome.
Football.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Profet. We got more Covino and Rich. We'll give away some prizes. Talk a little NBA playoffs, all coming up right here.
Every sports season is built on preparation, studying the trends, and making the necessary adjustments to reach the ultimate goal. And investing deserves the same approach. With Webull, you have access to real-time market data, advanced tools, and an intuitive app designed to help you make informed decisions.
Yeah, whether you're actively trading stocks, options, ETFs, and more, or planning for the long term, you and your family might have IRAs, cash management accounts, custodial accounts for your kids. Webull gives you the tools to invest your way all in one platform.
And if you're looking to take your preparation to the next level, check out Webull's Learn resources and join their in-app community feed to discuss investing trends and happenings alongside 25 million users globally.
And now help streamline your trading activities with Vega. That's Webull's AI market assistant. It can give you real-time analysis, watch list insights, and alerts when earnings drop.
So get your financial portfolio game ready by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com.
Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures.
To me, the Sophie's Choice is like booty or your team. When I was a teenage boy, the two most important things in my life were sports and girls. In fact, you could argue that every grown man, their favorite things are sports and women. So when you have to decide between sports and booty, that to me, what was that movie when our parents had Sophie's Choice? To me, the Sophie's Choice is like booty or your team.
Well, a Florida high school baseball team season ended because the seniors chose to go to prom instead of a playoff game. All 5 seniors, so it wasn't just like a few went. All 5 seniors
playoffs
went to the prom,
Playoffs?
and there was only 3 upperclassmen that actually showed up. So meaning like 3, I guess, juniors that weren't going to prom.
The JV squad took their place?
But 5 seniors, 5 key players didn't go to the playoff game, and they had a 12-1 season, and they ended up losing the game. So they lost the game. The seniors were a no-show.
Oh, hold on. What did I think they lost the game 12-1.
I thought they were 12-1.
Yeah,
for the
no,
season.
I think that was the score.
Revealed Nassau's 12-1 season-ending defeat came with all 5 of their seniors opting to attend the prom. Okay, what was their season record then? Okay, so they lost 12-1, even worse.
It's like a Knicks blowout.
Yeah. So the story here is the upperclassmen, the 5 seniors, skipped the playoffs for their school to go to a prom. Okay, proms are important. I want to make this very clear when we discuss it. Nothing grinds my goat more than the person that's like, and Danny G, it's no knock on you because I can't wait to hear Danny G's side. But I know he didn't go to his prom. I don't know his choice or his reasoning. Maybe it's different here in California, but it's like the person who's like, I didn't take a picture for the yearbook. I'm like, why?
Loser?
Yeah, like, why? Right? Like, I don't know. Like, to me, I'm not saying that the prom's not important, right?
And I didn't say that either.
Okay.
And I wasn't bragging saying, I didn't go. I haven't watched one episode of fill in the popular show.
The person that brags about not watching the hot show.
Yeah,
Right.
it wasn't that. It was
watched.
just at my school, sports were more important than the prom.
And I think I might agree with you there, Danny G. I'm still processing this story, and I don't want to like deter Rich from his strong take here either. So,
Well, lucky for you, I have a strong take that's not changing.
I want the Fox Sports Radio Nation to start calling now on John Quinones. What would you do?
You sort
or
of
an
look
old
like him.
school. I look like John Quinones.
When you have one
if
too many.
If I look like John Quinones, you look like Eli Manning, bro. All right. So anyway,
How dare you?
what would you do? Or the old school NFL? You make the call. Let's say there's 2 ways to look at this.
Yeah.
we all remember what it was like to play high school sports, right? It's important. Our lives revolved around it.
Correct.
So what would you have done? And, now we're at the age where, hey, we're parents. What would you advise your kid to do in that situation? Play in that game or go to the prom? And I think I have a solution that should have happened, in my opinion, the more I think about it. So
here's my take, and very hard to tell me I'm wrong because I'm so adamant that
I think there's a clear reason to tell you you're wrong.
All right.
Now that I think about it.
Guess what? There's one prom.
Okay.
It's a memory. If you have a high school sweetheart, you take the limo.
But was
the
it
party,
that great?
The party bus with your friends. You go to the prom. You go into the big city. That weekend, everyone goes to get a shore house. That's how we did it on the East Coast. Wherever you go to the lake house, wherever you live, it's your prom. You wear a tuxedo.
Prom is very special, no doubt.
Especially if you have a high school sweetheart, it's your moment. A lot of guys lose their V card at the prom. A lot of guys, that's a very special moment. To me, I'm the most competitive guy you know. I still play adult men rec sports because I love playing sports. But if you play baseball in high school, unless you're going on to be a pro, unless you're a top prospect, what's more important? A game? You're going to end up playing Babe Ruth or Connie Mack, or I played men's baseball until I was like 25. You play all these games. There's one prom. This is a no-doubter, not even thinking about it. I'm going to the prom with my high school sweetheart. We're going in the limo. I'm getting my tuxedo. I'm putting the croissant? What is it?
Corsage.
Took a French girl to your prom? Corsage, you bonehead.
You going to put a pastry on her wrist?
Bro, we're live on the Fox Sports Radio studio, and it's time for our Tire Rack play of the day. They held on in a close one in Game 4. The Thunder with another sweep.
Feel the thunder.
Loose ball tipped no good by Reeves, and it's over in L.A. 115-110, the final in Game 4. The reigning champion Thunder become the first team in 8 seasons to advance out of the Western Conference semifinals to the conference finals as they complete sweeps of Phoenix in round 1, the Lakers in round 2, and they now are a series win in the Western Final against the winner of the Minnesota-San Antonio series from a repeat trip to the NBA Finals as the reigning NBA champions.
Oh, what will LeBron do next? See,
Warriors come out to play.
I have a theory on that in a second, but let me let everyone know
It's
that
either
was
Warriors, Cavs, Knicks, or he runs it back with the Lakers.
I have a thought. That is courtesy of WWLS Thunder Radio Network. That was our Tire Rack play of the day. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection, convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. Of course, all at TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And here's my analogy that I think you will appreciate because I know you recently watched the Hulkamania 4-part documentary, Hulk Hogan on Netflix.
It made me sad, man.
It did too, honestly. Part 4 made me Hulk Hogan and John Sterling both made me shed one this week. Little tear, little tiny
coming of age.
What was the big thing they talked about in the Hulk Hogan documentary where when it was time to, quote, pass the torch to the Ultimate Warrior, they knew it wouldn't work because when the Warrior beat Hogan, less people were concerned about watching the Warrior celebrate in the ring. They were more like watching Hogan.
The better story was in the losing locker room.
Yeah, the better story was in Hogan losing and what's next. Last night, OKC sweeps 2 series in a row, yet the better story and the bigger story is what LeBron does next.
The cameras were following LeBron into the tunnel.
Just when I thought you couldn't suck anymore. You
was a
go
good
and say
one.
that and totally redeem yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a great analogy. I mean, that's exactly what it is.
The Ultimate Warrior.
We care more about
Oklahoma City Thunder.
What LeBron does next more than
Two
what the
sweeps.
Thunder are going to do.
Yeah, LeBron played his heart out, got swept, and we're more worried about where he goes next year than the next series with a team that's the defending champions that just swept 8 games in a row.
You nailed it. That was awesome. But again, if you missed that documentary and that Kevin Hart roast we just talked about, that's all on Netflix. We're Covino and Rich. Thank you guys for hanging out. And Rich, before we move on, I had 2 thoughts. The importance of a good start. That's why every CD, or every album, that first song is so key because it sets the tone. That's why when you go see a band live, you always go, what do you think they're going to open with, bro? What are they going to open? You get all excited about it. If you go with your buddy, like, dude, what do you think they're going to open with? Because it's got to set the tone. You can't start with a stinkaroo. You just can't start with a skipperoo. And that's what some of these superstar baseball players have done. Bad starts, no bueno. And your Mets are the number one example of this.
They stink.
What's going to happen first? The Mets win back-to-back games or Tatis Jr. hits a home run?
Oh, man. I'll put my money on Tatis.
Yeah.
Struggling.
Yeah. And then I wanted you to ask Colin what Gordon Bombay, what Emilio Estevez is best known for. Maybe we can do that later.
I'll do that next.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll talk a little NBA, and we'll do Last One Standing, which is one of our favorite games, if not our favorite game here at Fox Sports Radio, where you get a prize for playing. We'll do it next. Again, 877-99-HON-FOX. Covino and Rich right here. Let's go.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best.
You were dating some girl, and you were like,
Hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense.
her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I like point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Memphis Grizzly forward Brandon Clarke has passed away at the age of 29. NBC4 reports that the LA Fire Department responded to a 911 call of a medical emergency on Monday and discovered Clarke in his home where he was declared dead. Drug paraphernalia was found in his home, and his death is being investigated as a possible overdose. The Grizzlies and NBA Commissioner Adam Silver issued statements of condolence. The news was broken by his agency on Tuesday. More teasers ahead of the big NFL schedule release on Thursday. The two teams playing in Madrid on November 8th will be the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons. The Kansas City Chiefs and AFC West champions Denver Broncos will start Week 1 on Monday Night Football. The Bills signed former Lions tight end Shane Zylstra to a one-year contract. The Dodgers are acquiring outfielder Alec Thomas in a trade with the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm Chris Perfett.
Hey, that's us. Steve Covino, El Hombre Más Guapo on a Taco Tuesday. And there he is.
Yeah.
White People Taco Night. Rich Davis. The White Flame, La Flama Blanca, they call him.
You think
Yeah.
that I do white people taco night?
Yes, of course you do.
Maybe when I lived in New York, but I live in L.A. now, so I go to the taco truck down
Come
the
on,
street,
bro. Past the old El Paso, bro. So that's Rich Davis. I'm Steve Covino. Danny G is in the house.
Hey,
Yeah, what up?
Danny G is in the hizzy.
Pass the tortillas.
Of course, Iowa Sam is here. He's our
quesadilla.
That's right. He's our sound architect. Perfett is hanging out. We're all playing Last One Standing this hour, and you're invited. Thank you guys for hanging. Covino and Rich rocking out in Fox Sports. And we're going to have an action-packed hour. We're going to talk, well, if we have time, shows you can't miss. And like I said, Last One Standing, a Tuesday edition trivia game, your chance to win some prizes. But the live chat is popping. Shout out to Kev Danga8644. He's a big fan of Tyson Trivia. We do that sometime. NW,
What up,
Wes,
N-dubs?
Brian, Wingate, everybody chiming in live. WWF231. Again, all streaming live. Watch the show at Covino and Rich FSR.
I did say earlier that it's the birthday of Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks. It's also Jason Biggs' birthday, and I want to throw this out there. Jason Biggs, who's 48 today.
Yeah.
Remember when Nadia decided to sign up for OnlyFans?
Yes.
What's that, Shannon Elizabeth?
Yeah.
You know she made over $1 million in a week?
Yeah.
And you see who the latest was that signed up?
No.
Jamie Presley.
Oh, man, I was hoping it was Hillary Duff.
No, Jamie Presley. And by the way, OnlyFans isn't only smut, but it is.
Come on,
But it's
dude.
not.
You think people are
But
doing
it is.
comedy there?
No, it is. It's like when someone would say,
You think people go there for magic shows?
it'll be like your dad or someone back in the day being like, oh, I get Playboy for the articles.
Yeah, but some people on there do travel and there's like
give me a
tutorials.
break.
And no, I'm saying that's
I know they
that's
do,
how they
but-
started, but that's not how they ended.
Yeah.
I go to the strip club for the buffet.
Yeah, they got lifestyle posts along with the feet pics. Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm there to do travel tips with my ass sticking out. I mean, there's, I don't know. There's other platforms. I'm not saying
So
Patreon.
Jamie
I'm not
Presley,
saying
huh?
I'm not saying Patreon's the best because they take a pretty good percentage from their providers and their content providers. But OnlyFans, I don't know. If you're gonna go the OnlyFans route, the insinuation is smut. No.
Yeah, no question. So Jamie Presley.
Yeah, they're saying that you're gonna see a more like a fun, flirty side of her. And I'm like, what does that mean?
She was the Margot Robbie before Margot Robbie.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest.
It's crazy how
There's like 4 blonde women who all kind of look exactly the same. Jamie Presley, Margot Robbie, and there's like 2 others.
It's
I'll be
really
honest,
insane.
My type.
They're
It's
beautiful
insane.
women.
It's insane how similar they look. All right, so Rich is the creep of the show. I'm Covino.
I'm sorry.
And
Creep
Rich,
of the show.
I want to wish Emilio Estevez a happy birthday. He might be listening, dude. You never know. Emilio! I remember one time it was me, Rich, and Emilio!
Get out of here.
And, we were debating earlier on his birthday. He's 64, by the way. We were trying to figure the over-under. Is he older than Mike who runs this place? And he is.
I always assume the under.
Yeah, I assumed, but yeah, he's older than Mike, surprisingly. I thought Mike was like 85 years old.
Hold on. Can we ask Colin?
I think we should ask Colin because ChatGPT said that Emilio Estevez is best known for Breakfast Club. And it said Mighty Ducks #2. Rich was certain that it was Mighty Ducks.
Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see what Colin has to
All
say.
right.
Love the herd.
Every play, every stat, every storyline, I've got it all. What do you want to know?
Hey, Colin. What do you think Emilio Estevez is best known for?
We did this before Stu Gotts, by the way.
Emilio Estevez is best known for 2 lanes, the Brat Pack era with the Breakfast Club and Repo Man, and then the sports movie lane as Coach Gordon Bombay in the Mighty Ducks. That's the resume, iconic 80s cool, then a family-friendly franchise that stuck for decades.
No,
Well, see.
He didn't give you a clear answer.
Yeah.
Well, he still put Mighty Ducks second, so very similar to what actual ChatGPT said. All right, thank you, Colin. Now, again, we're Covino and Rich. I think we pretty much settled how important a good start is to every relationship, to every vacation, to every concert, to every album, to every season.
Yeah.
And, man, we've seen some stinko
It's tough because you don't want to dig out. You don't want to be the Mets trying to somehow get back to 500. You don't want to be Cal
too
Raleigh.
big of a hole to climb out of.
You don't want to be Cal Raleigh betting 150-something. Like, you don't want to be in a scenario where you have to bet 400 for a month to be adequate again. Like, it sucks in sports, life, business. You know, your company struggling month after month, losing money. Like, I get how a bad start just is a bad omen too, right? I mean, like,
maybe even at the workplace, man. You know, you just got to hope things turn around sometimes.
Yeah. I'd have thought, based on what we were saying last hour, we were saying how OKC, the storyline, much like the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, how people were more concerned about what does Hulk do now than the Warrior's the new champion, how more people are concerned about what's LeBron do now, and they're less concerned about, wow, OKC could try to repeat. They've won 8 in a row in the playoffs. More people are concerned with LeBron's storyline, which shows that OKC doesn't have that star power. They don't. It's obvious, right?
No question.
But here's my question. I saw Rob Pelinka, and that wasn't Rob Lowe, by the way. It was Rob Pelinka.
Rob Pelinka.
Rob Pelinka and J.J. Redick both said they'd be thrilled to welcome back Austin Reeves and LeBron James to run it back.
The run it back Lakers?
And I don't know, Danny, you and I before the show were chatting up with the whole crew, and we were saying, like, does everyone have a slight different definition of what run it back means? Like, to me,
run it back is you're going back with the same team.
Yeah, but to me, run it back is you got really close, and you think the ball just didn't bounce your way. But if we run it back, we might get those breaks this time. I don't think you could run it back with, like, an average team. Like, to me,
they're still a mile away because you would have to put specific pieces around Reeves and Luka.
Yeah, you can't run it back. You're absolutely right, Rich.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be run it back. If you plan on running it back, you plan on losing again.
Yeah, like running it back to me is like, man, you're Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, and you lost to the Chiefs on a couple turnovers by a field goal in the Super Bowl.
Well, I hate to say this, Rich, but they've coined it this year, the run it back Yankees, because they didn't make any significant changes. They made a few changes, but they're going with the team they believed in.
Well,
and they sort of been called that since the start of the season.
I won't hate that because the Yankees did make it to the ALCS last
right.
year.
And they had a lot of returning players coming off the IL, Garrett Cole and Rodon and all these other dudes. So they believed in the team that they had. The Lakers can't claim that because it's clear they can't. They got swept. You can't run it back with that team.
Yeah, I think run it back would insinuate the best example to me for run it back. There's two that pop out. I just said the Eagles. They lost a heartbreaker to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They ran it back a couple seasons, and finally Jalen Hurts had that opportunity with a similar core to beat the Chiefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other example is the 2014 Kansas City Royals went 7 games and just couldn't outlast Madison Bumgarner. Remember that year where he was just like a one-man show? Like the guy was such a G.
Yeah, he won the World Series.
They lost in Game 7. Runners left on base. Like they could have tied Game 7. And you might have thought that at that time, like, really, Royals, you're going to run it back? They ran it back, and they beat the Mets in the 2015 World Series. So they had that thought of, all right, this team was like one break away from winning the World Series. let's run it back. I don't think you could, quote, run it back with a moderate playoff run.
With a LeBron and Reeves at the same time. And a lot of people speculating, too. If you got to keep one, you still keep LeBron just based on leadership alone. Again, that's the speculation. And, he still draws a lot of people. And he still makes it a primetime game and a must-watch game. He's LeBron James.
But much like relationships, jobs, anything else in life, the concept of running it back.
Run it back means you were really close to winning it all because you believe in that team.
Yeah,
there's no way the Lakers can claim to run it back without making significant changes.
I'm going to compare it to dating for a second because all these things are so oddly similar, believe it or not. If you're dating someone maybe in your early 20s and you're in love, but you deep down inside know, like, she's off at grad school and I live here and the distance and, but I love this girl. And then somehow you reunite a couple years later. And you're like, we should run this back. I still love you. That could work because there wasn't a core issue other than inconveniences that made it rough, right?
I think we all tried to run it back, but we didn't make those significant changes.
I think if you are with a girl and she's cuckoo bananas or you are an a-hole or something happened and then you try to get back with her, what happens every time? The same problems resurface. You realize, oh, my God, there's a reason we broke up.
And the same thing will happen. You'll realize that the Lakers just look a little too old, and they don't have the energy to keep up with the OKC next
problems
year. Even worse.
Resurface.
Same problems. And we've been there in life. I've been there. Rich, you'll remember this story. I had a girlfriend. We broke up. I was devastated, bro. I lived in a hole in a cave for 6 months. And I played the ignore. I ignored her, and then she finally came back. I tricked her back into my life.
He was playing mind games.
I did. I tricked her back because I never responded. And she came crawling back, and I went to my buddy Rich. Rich was a new pal in my life. I was like, Rich, where do I take her? What do I do? Rich was like, take her to Dylan Prime Steakhouse in New York City.
That was a great spot.
Guaranteed to win her back.
Yeah, it was a good spot.
You remember that?
I do remember that place.
I took her to this high-end steakhouse that's probably no longer there in New York. And, dude, it was like magic, mágica. And we were back together. And then sure enough, 3 months later, all those old problems were right there. We tried to run it back with no significant changes. I tried running it back with LeBron James and Austin Reeves. No major changes, and it was a major failure. It was grand opening, grand closing, and all over again.
Now,
it was like you know what it was, dude? A nightmare because you know what happened? You relived it. You relived the nightmare twice. So all that pain that you feel right now as a Lakers fan, it's going to happen all over again the same way, and it's going to hurt and aggravate you even more because you didn't make those changes.
Dare I say, I hate to say it, but your Yankees are a great example of running it back, and it could work because Garrett Cole was hurt.
They believed in the team.
You get back one of your aces. The Yankees' core is still there. You didn't really lose anyone of significance. Like I think that the Yankees are a great example of, hey, you know what? You could run it back with this team because they were close to beating the Blue Jays, who took the Dodgers to 7 games. So it's not like the Yankees had these big fundamental changes to make. So there are times to run it back, and it's just a lesson in life. Sports mirrors relationships, mirrors jobs.
Remember, you can't run it back unless you make significant changes.
Yeah, or if you want to run it back and you're like, we're running it back, though, with this addition to our company, to our team, to our relationship, that is going to make all the difference. Because if you fall significantly short and don't make much changes at all,
same thing's going to happen.
Yeah, but that's just common sense. But idiots, including us, have all fallen into that hole.
No, it's also tough. It's also tough. Look, you want to believe that an Austin Reeves and LeBron could win, and maybe they can if they make other moves and bring other superstars there.
But sometimes making a move isn't always the great idea either. Like, you're talking about your Yankees. Look at my Mets. They thought, well, we ran it back one too many times with Nimmo and Alonso and McNeil and Lindor.
This isn't the crew.
Like clearly running it back, we're just falling short every year.
This isn't the crew. This isn't the squad. You got to figure out something that works. So what do you think about that, guys? Running it back, and what does that really mean? You believe in mediocrity? You believe in failure? Because if you're running it back with a failing team, you're just going to fail again without the significant changes.
Yeah,
such as life.
I think you see it the most in the NFL because when a team has a coach, quarterback, and a couple big superstar players, Danny, your instinct is to be like, we could just run it. We could get to a certain level with this core. And then it's a level of how do you get past that?
Yeah, I think about how
Like
the Buffalo Bills season ended.
Like a Josh Allen, a Lamar Jackson. These are guys that just because you have a good coach and a good quarterback, there's teams that will somehow find their way in the playoff mix or close to it every year. But that's dangerous if you just keep running back that.
In the fight game, too, though, there's so many instances. Like we've seen just this past weekend, Sean Strickland, win and lose and lose and lose, and he lost again, and he beat Adesanya, he lost. But then, dude, he made significant changes enough to win and new UFC champion.
Yeah.
But again, changes have to be made. You can't just keep running back with the same coach, the same strategy, the same game plan,
well, that's
the same
why
players.
That's exactly why I was thinking of the Bills.
Same mindset.
Because they have a new coach. So,
it's got to be different if you want it to work. And I'm getting feedback here on the live chat at Covino and Rich FSR. PDO Truck says, you definitely keep Reeves and kick LeBron to the curb. And I could see that thinking because Reeves is solid and he's young and there's a future there. But you got to think business, right? And you also got to think leadership. LeBron's leadership didn't go away.
No.
Yeah. And sources today saying Luka has told the front office that he wants Reeves to stay.
And
that's
you
got to
factor that in too. So that's a really interesting situation there. Never run it back in dating, Scott Vermeer says. And again, that's absolutely true unless, what is the key phrase here? Significant changes were made. Wes from Idaho says, if you get married and live ever after.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
I guess that could happen. What can the Lakers do running it back to beat OKC or Sacramento next year?
Or San Antonio.
I'm sorry, San Antonio.
And you know what? Yeah, he also says every team with Kevin Durant post-Warriors has wrongfully ran it back thinking just having him was enough.
Remember, the Dodgers owner, now the Lakers owner, this is going to be the first offseason where they have full cash funds available, and we'll see what they do.
And you know what I think the biggest big dreaming story is LeBron to the Warriors so that the old guys get one last run. That's never going to happen.
But it's
not in the NBA.
It's
a fun storyline, but no way can they compete with these young dudes. No way.
You would have to, Danny J, correct me if I'm wrong, because you're way
and
more.
And
you're
it
way
takes
more.
a minute to gel as a team. Like you think that's going to work? You're crazy.
You're way
He's going to
more.
sell a ticket.
You're way more of the NBA guy. But if they were going to put LeBron, Steph, if they were to construct this team and even add more like superstar old guys, and it was like Steve Kerr's back for 2 more years, right? If they were to construct this team, wouldn't they have to surround them with the complete opposite, meaning like not score, like youthful, energetic, like speed?
100%.
Like the whole roster would have to be youth and speed other than those guys. It would have to be like prioritized.
That's a
youth and
fun
speed.
storyline, but that's not going to happen.
And also think about it. LeBron doesn't like playing with rookies. He doesn't like playing with super young dudes. Think about when he first got to the Lakers.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So,
you ever think about this? If LeBron's out, what's the fate of Bronny James?
Yeah, of course I have. I like Bronny James.
No,
I like rooting for him.
But I'm saying, think of like
I don't know how much of an impact they'll
think
have.
of like in our game, right? If someone takes over for a radio show or a podcast, and they inherit a producer or someone that's really not theirs, after a while, that person's usually like out, right? It's the reality. Like, is Bronny James there long term if LeBron's not there? It's easier to cut bait, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. So, Kevin Danga 8644 says LeBron needs to retire. Would love to never hear that name again.
And we're the show that talks about LeBron the least. People hammer.
He's fun conversation,
but I enjoy
though, man.
LeBron,
He's had an amazing career. We're not hating on him. We're also not LeBron diehard super fans either. But he's had an amazing career. So that's the story, guys. And it all comes back to an overused term in the past few years: the run it back blanks. And that's why, one last little tidbit: you never talk smack about your buddies situation or ex or girlfriend or wife, because you never know if one day he decides to run it back.
Have we all made that mistake once? Everyone in the room, have you made that mistake once where your buddy's dating a girl and he's like, yeah, we broke up, and you're like, yeah, good, because she was a Jezebel. And then all of a sudden, like 2 weeks later, your buddy's like, yeah, I'm back with her. And
right. And you know what's going to happen unless they made those changes. So, yeah, the run it back Lakers.
Yeah, she was a no good, dirty tramp.
Get out of here with the run it back Lakers.
All right. Listen, coming up next, we're going to give away a prize. We're going to play Last One Standing. I love this game. Little sports trivia. Keep your Tuesday rolling. Keep your Tuesday flowing. If you want in, 877-99 on Fox. We'll get a contestant. You can win a prize pack. We got some goodies, some Nerf football, some koozies, some good CNR Fox Sports Radio merch for you. Let's play next right here on Fox Sports Radio.
If you're skilled in manufacturing, your next job shouldn't be hard to find. And it shouldn't slow your career down. Express Employment Pros connects skilled workers with contract and full-time manufacturing jobs at companies that need talent right now.
Go to expresspros.com, find the location near you. Your local Express office understands manufacturing and works with companies at every level of production. That means real opportunities for machinists, welders, assemblers, quality control inspectors, maintenance technicians, product managers, and more. When you turn to Express Employment Pros for your job search, you're working with a staffing leader in manufacturing backed by global resources with community and local teams who know the industry and the employers in your community.
Whether you're looking to build your skills, take the next step in your career, or find a new opportunity in manufacturing, Express is ready to help connect you where you need it most. The online job search can be frustrating, a black hole of applications. Call your local Express office to put people back in the hiring process.
Visit expresspros.com to find your local Express Employment Professionals office today.
We lost the
plot. We've gone too far. A couple days ago, we joked and made fun of this bearded jabroni that stole a ball from a little girl in the stands at a Guardians-Rays game.
It went very viral.
We made fun of him. He deserved to be made fun of. But guess what we did after that?
Did we encourage the wrong people? Do we have to take accountability?
No. And I'll tell you why.
Were we holding the pitchforks? Get them! Were we the ones holding the torches up?
Here's what happens in 2026, and this is where, like I said, we lost the plot. When someone does some dumb stuff, oh my goodness, we as a people love to jump on them. And I'm cool with that. Make fun of someone when they do something dumb. But then you know what? You leave them alone and you move on to the next stupid person. I think we've gone to a point now where if someone does something dumb, we don't need to find out where they work. We don't need to find their family members on social media. We don't need to go find out where they live. You know, if some guy or woman just does something dumb, let him be. Yeah, you can make fun of him, mock him for a little bit on social media. But I think this culture of tracking someone down, there are sleuths that they get off on finding out their name and, I found out where they work. Now I got their address. And then they start posting stuff, and these people get harassed. This poor schlub, this bearded buffoon, probably a swell fella, he had to go in the local news.
I mean, first of all, I want to put out an apology and just say I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the family. I'm sorry to the parents, the little girl. her brother. I'm so utterly sorry for everything that's transpired. Like you said, it was a heat of the moment thing. I made a really bad decision, a lot of bad decisions, and I'm paying for it online.
We have some sound from her, and she wants to say something to you right now. This is the 11-year-old girl.
Hi, Max. Thanks for giving us the ball back. We forgive you for it. We know the internet has been going wild over this. We hope they forgive you.
Wow.
This 11-year-old girl has to come to his defense.
His name is Max, by the way. Was he ball maxing or what? What was going on in
Well,
that
apparently our video guy Spot said the word is doxing. When you
doxing is when you
like
maliciously
search down,
research someone and try to ruin their lives.
Well,
you're collecting all the information, where they work, who they're related to. That's doxing. So, yeah, we've taken doxing too far. And, yeah, it doesn't excuse Max of his wrongdoings. Max is a bonehead. We all know that.
But a bonehead that you can bust his chops and then move along.
That's really it. We're losing the plot, as Rich said, in the sense that it's fun to make fun. And we did a good job of laughing at his expense and calling him out and saying what a dope and bonehead he is. And, you know, people like that are the worst. But that's the end of it. It's all in good fun and good-natured. When you start trying to ruin someone's life, that's when it's gone too far.
Yeah, know what it's like? It's
You've
like
done too much.
We got to find out where he works. What? Why?
Now you're harassing that guy, and you're, by the way, and now you're worse than he is. I could say you're no better, but you're actually worse than he is. If you're taking it the steps where you're now, sending all these evil messages, and you're putting his public information out there, or you're making threats, you're way worse than the guy that had a bad moment.
Can I tell you? I think we're seeing this on full display, even with Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel. Listen, at worst, what are they guilty of? Cheating, maybe, allegedly? Does Mike Vrabel need to be followed through an airport by, like, dopes on their phones like, hey, Coach Vrabel, what do you have to say? What do you have to say? Trying to get internet popular for a second. I just think we got to cool it, as my dad would say in the 80s. Hey, cool it.
You know who else said that?
Cool it.
Ralph Tresvant in the 80s.
You got to cool it,
Cool
guys.
it now, man. New Edition style. People need to relax. People need to get a grip, Aerosmith style.
Get a grip, another good one.
No, get a grip.
Get a grip and
No,
cool it.
seriously. Take a chill pill, bro. No, we are losing the plot, Rich, as the kiddos say. Make fun. Have fun. In fact, have fun making fun. There's nothing that brings me more joy than making fun of somebody. It's the best. It's a pastime. It's something we grew up doing.
And
I'm
I'm
from Union, New Jersey. It's what we live to do. It's what my family does best.
I'm pretty
making
sure
fun of people's great.
I'm
That's
pretty
what
sure
it is.
your favorite hobby is making fun of me every day.
It's one of my favorite things to do, Rich. I'm not going to lie. But you know why, though? Because you're a good sport. But that's where it ends. When it starts getting evil and you're ruining lives, doxing, as I want to say, rest in peace to Aerosmith, Cheap Trick, and John Lennon producer Jack Douglas, who passed away at 80. Now you're like, who's Jack Douglas, the producer? This dude did everything from Walk This Way to Sweet Emotion to Dream Police to so many legendary Cheap Trick songs to all the famous John Lennon songs, like Just Starting Over, all the John Lennon legend songs. So he also did Sweet Emotion, which, if you listen closely to the percussion, was done with the sugar packet that Steven Tyler found in a drawer in the kitchen of the studios.
True story.
So thank you guys for rocking out with us. Rest in peace to, again, producer Jack Douglas at 80. Did a lot of stuff.
I mean, if you're going to say, rest in peace, a passing in the NBA earlier today. Memphis Grizzlies forward Brandon Clarke, dead at 29 years old.
So sad.
So I'm sure details will emerge. But as of now, we don't really know much, right, Danny?
Yeah, I haven't seen any further details on
What's
that.
up, Perfet?
Perfet, there's more.
I think the big detail that we've gotten that has kind of made everyone pause a bit was, I guess, one of the things they're investigating is a potential drug overdose. NBC4 and TMZ said that drug paraphernalia had been found in his home. They had responded on Monday to a 911 call and pronounced him dead on the scene. So that's kind of we're waiting to get more out of that. Of course, it's still being investigated, but just not a rumor you want to hear.
Yeah,
it's be told like investigating that as a cause.
All right, well, stick around for updates from our boy Perfett. We're Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio with Danny G and Iowa Sam. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. Tire Rack, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And it is time, a game we play every week. Gotta love it. Last one standing. Let's go.
You have 5 seconds to battle for your sports trivia life.
Man. I don't got it.
Put your electronic devices down and pick your sports knowledge up. It's CNR's Last One Standing.
Last one standing.
All right, I have 4 categories ready to rock. If needed a tie break, Covino's already nervous. Each contestant gets 5 seconds to stay alive in the round. If you run out of time or answer incorrectly, Iowa Sam takes you out with his famous buzzer.
You
don't want to hear that. We keep battling until you are the last one standing. If you win 2 of the rounds, you are the top dog. Here are the contestants. 13-time winner Steve Covino right over there.
I keep it at 13 because I love A-Rod, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I think it just got a cool ring to it.
And right next to Cove, it is 20-time winner Rich Davis.
Yeah, I keep it at 20 because I miss Pete Alonso.
In for 44-time winner Dan Byer is Chris Perfett today.
I don't even know where I am. 44 sounds great. I'm not that old yet.
Reggie Jackson style, bro.
Yeah.
All right, going to go to the studio lines real quick here, see who's playing for a CNR prize pack. Rob in Queens was the first through.
Yo, what up, Rob?
Hey guys, what's up, man? Love you guys, man. This is fun.
Thanks,
Rob.
man. Thanks for playing.
I was born in Queens.
What do you do for a living there?
I'm a social worker for HRA.
Oh, very cool.
Yes, yeah.
All right, and you know how the game goes. In for spot, by the way, Ian is our fact checker today.
I'm going to check the heck out of these facts.
All right.
Okay, best damn fact checker ever.
Yeah,
Sound like
boy
a good
Ian.
hockey player.
Yeah,
All right.
Be patient with Ian as he checks answers. When I say your name, the clock is going to start. Here's the first category. Hold our brooms. You have 5 seconds to name an NBA team who has swept their opponent in the NBA Finals. It's happened 9 times.
Oh.
There's 8 answers on the board because one team has done it twice.
Okay.
All right, Covino, you're going to be up first as soon as the clock starts right now. Go.
The Golden State Warriors.
That's correct. They are the team that's done it twice.
Yeah.
Bam.
2018 and 1975.
That's right.
All right, Rich.
The Detroit Pistons?
That is correct as
Yeah.
well. They swept the Lakers in 1989.
Why you got to bring up old stuff?
Look at that.
Perfect.
I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics. They got to have one in there.
They do have one in there. Back in 1959, they swept the Minneapolis Lakers.
Rob.
Gotta be the Bulls, Chicago Bulls.
No, I don't think so.
No, the
No,
Bulls have never
Bulls are
swept
not on
anyone in the
there.
finals. No, sorry about that. All right,
wow.
back to Covino.
Who did Perfett say again?
Celtics.
Okay, I'm going Lakers.
Lakers did get in there. They swept the New Jersey Nets back in 2002.
Yeah, that's right.
Bam!
Rich. 3, 2,
Aha!
1.
The Houston Rockets.
The Rockets are on there back in 1995. They swept the Magic.
Aha!
Covino. Oh, I'm sorry, Perfect.
Oh, 76ers?
Yep, 76ers made it. Back in 1983, they swept the Lakers.
All right, nice pull.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Now back to Cove.
Ooh.
That's it. No? I mean, didn't we get them all?
I don't think we got them all yet.
And we got another one.
Looks like 2 more. 3, 2, 1.
Pistons.
Sorry. Rich.
Man,
3,
this is tough.
2, 1.
Miami Heat?
Nope.
No. Perfect is the last one standing in that round.
You son of a...
You! Who'd we met?
Nobody said the Bucks, right?
No.
1971.
Bucks. I don't think anyone said the Spurs either.
Yeah, the Spurs.
Whoa, I forgot about the Spurs. Wow.
They swept the Cavs in 07, remember?
That's right.
LeBron's first NBA Finals.
All right, so Chris is the first on the board.
You know what's so weak about that? And by the way, great question, Danny G. But the big stat today was that LeBron James lost his 4th postseason sweep. It was the fourth time he got swept. Golden State
Right.
Warriors
In
was
his
one of
career,
them,
yeah.
and the Spurs was the other one.
The past tense is
Yeah,
swept,
man.
Covino.
Sweep. Got swept, if you were looking for that. No,
Sweep
bro.
you
You got
did.
swept. No, because my mom always swept the floor.
Oh,
bro.
sweep.
Yeah. It's like how I'm big boned. All right, second category.
But man, how did we blow that?
The world's oldest sports league. You have 5 seconds to name one of the oldest MLB teams in baseball.
Ooh, okay.
Going to take the top 15, which is 1870 to 1901.
Okay, I have a question
Okay.
before we start,
Yeah.
though. Some teams were different teams before. Like, how do we address that?
So this list from BetMGM, they just list the way the team currently stands.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Really?
Okay. Yep. All right. So Rob, you are going to be first as soon as the timer starts. Right now, go.
All right, let me take the chalk. Yankees.
The Yankees.
No, they just missed.
Yeah,
they were
not on there,
1903.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
Wow. What?
Yeah, just missed.
Oh, wow.
They were 16th on the list.
Holy bananas!
Yeah.
So I know this one off the top of my head. It is the Atlanta Braves are still the continuous oldest team out there.
Braves are actually the second oldest team.
Oh, okay.
But they are on
But
the
they were the
Still-
Milwaukee Braves.
Still a good pull there.
It was
Rich.
way before that. It was older than that. Yeah.
I'm going to go the Chicago Cubbies. C.
That is the oldest team in the MLB, the
Yeah.
Chicago Cubs.
Covino.
I'll go with the Boston Red Stockings.
Red Sox are tied with a bunch of teams. They're the ninth oldest team, but they did make the
All
list.
right.
Back to Perfect.
So I think the thing I was thinking of maybe was Cincinnati Reds.
Reds are tied for third, founded in 1882.
Nice.
Son of a.
Rich.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the other Sox. C. The White Sox.
White Sox are also tied for ninth. Same year, founded 1901.
Get your program. Get your programs here.
Covino.
Oh dang. Did Perfett say Detroit Tigers?
No, you said it.
I was
Okay,
going
Tigers.
to, but sure.
Yep, that's one of the teams tied for ninth in 1901.
Big year for expansion, 1901.
Yeah. Perfect.
Give me the Athletics.
Yep, also tied for ninth in 1901.
That's
Rich.
a good one.
Yeah,
man.
it's a really good
Ah,
one.
the old Philadelphia Athletic. C. Oh, boy.
Come on, Dickie Davis. 3, 2.
St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh.
Cardinals are tied for third, founded in 1882.
Hey, got you,
Look
C.
at that. Covino.
I think Rich stole my list. But I'll go with another bird. Let's go with the Orioles, see?
No.
I can't be because the Yankees. Dang it. I blew it. I'm done. I hate this game. I hate this game.
Sorry, Covino. All right, it's between Perfett and Rich. Chris?
Oh, geez. I don't know what they are now. Can I say Washington Senators? I don't. Who are the Senators now? Are they the Twins?
Nationals?
Are they on there? I would say no.
The Twins. I mean, does that count? I don't know.
We'd have to.
No, I'm pretty sure the Senators became the Twins.
He did say it. I'll give him
Might
that.
be right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
I'll
give him
give it
that.
to him.
Rich?
All right.
The New York Baseball Giants.
Are they now the San Francisco
Yeah.
Giants? Then yes.
Yes.
They made it.
Yeah,
I hope
I
so.
gotta give you some on that.
Yeah.
All right, back to
Good
Perfett. Yeah.
I'm running out of steam here. Phillies?
Yeah, Phillies made the list, founded in 1883.
Oh, hanging on. Back to Rich. 3, 2,
I'm going to go
1.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Dodgers are on the list,
Oh,
the
look at ya.
8th oldest team in the MLB.
Back to Perfett.
Oh my God.
What a battle.
Let's see. Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pirates are here as well, tied for third.
Yeah.
Great job, buddy.
All right, Rich. 3, 2, 1.
The Braves.
No, I already said it.
Yeah,
sorry,
sorry,
Braves.
guys.
No.
Perfett.
Hey!
He sweeps the board.
Wow.
Chris Perfett with his
Damn.
first win, filling in for Dan Byer.
Dude, great job.
Does that go to me or does that go to Dan?
There was some good pulls
Could
there.
I guess? I totally forgot. Indians, Cleveland Indians turned Guardians, Spiders. Whatever. Like, was there something there? Cleveland, maybe.
Yeah, what are some of the ones we missed?
No.
Ian?
Cleveland Guardians are there, yeah. They're also
Oh.
tied for ninth. There were like,
Okay.
like 10 teams
Wow.
tied
Dang.
for ninth.
Any
Oh,
other
man.
obvious teams we missed?
Yeah, who we missed, Ian?
I'll just run down the whole list for
Yeah.
you guys here. The Athletics, the Braves, the Cardinals, the Cubs, Dodgers, Giants, Guardians, Orioles, Phillies, Pirates, Red Sox, Reds, Tigers, Twins, and White Sox.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think got almost all of them.
Yeah. Hey, great job.
Great
Hey,
job.
I'd like to thank Ken Burns Baseball for helping me out there.
Yeah. Ian's my boy, and he did a great job. But I said Orioles, and it was on the list.
I can't believe the Yankees were not
Yeah,
on that,
Orioles
man.
is on the list, tied for ninth here.
I demand a recount.
Yeah, but
no.
hey, you know what? I'll accept the defeat. I'll accept it.
This is an
That's,
outrage.
Even though I
that's
said
gracious
it.
of you,
Steve
Rob, and
demands
also
investigation.
Rob in Queens. Even though you didn't win today, we appreciate you listening there every
Oh,
day
man,
and
you
playing
guys
the
are
game.
great, man.
Yo.
I'm still punched up over the Yankees, and I can't believe the Yankees are not on the list, man.
No,
I'm a
I'll be
Yankee
honest
fan,
with you.
too.
That to
Yeah.
me felt like the trick question because I agree. When you
Yeah.
say old school baseball, I immediately thought Yankees. I'm like, wait a minute now.
It was
I
too
would guess
easy.
yeah.
It was too easy, right?
Yeah.
Orioles,
Love you guys, man.
Highlanders, and then
Have
Yankees.
fun, man.
Thank
Have
you so
fun,
much,
guys.
buddy.
Yeah,
Thank
you just
you,
gotta
Rob.
go. Yankees are great, but you got older than that. You got like Horace Wagner's
Yeah,
and the Ty Cobbs and all that.
Rob, you did a great job, man. Thank you. And thank
Great
you,
job.
Ian, for
Thanks,
hanging out
Ian.
with us. Thank you, buddy. We're Covino and Rich, and let's go back to the champion with his first victory. Why don't you brag about it, Perfett, with the update?
I'm not gonna brag about it. I'm just gonna do that thing where I sling the belt over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Just kind of carry it around while I just kind of act normal. Like there's no belt on my shoulder.
What are you talking about?
I'm just here sitting here, you know. Big news of the day, the NFL schedule reveal continues to march on. The Bengals and Falcons will play in Madrid at Bernabeu Stadium November 8th. Week 9 of the NFL schedule. The Chiefs and Broncos will start in Week 1 of Monday Night Football. Meanwhile, in Major League Baseball, it is the first head-to-head meeting between the Players Union and representatives of Major League Baseball to begin the collective bargaining talks ahead of the CBA's expiration on December 1st. If there's no agreement by the time the deal lapses way out in December, MLB is expected to lock out the players and force a work stoppage. Of course, plenty of items on that list, including, of course, owners gunning hard for a salary cap. The players expected to push back very hard against that. Sad news of the day, Grizzlies forward Brandon Clarke has passed away at the age of 29. NBC4 reports LA Fire Department responded to a 911 call of a medical emergency on Monday. He was found dead in his San Fernando home. His agency announced the news on Tuesday. The Buffalo Bills are signing former Lions tight end Shane Zylstra to a one-year contract. Another death to report, Super Bowl champion and all-pro tight end Charles Young passed away at the age of 81. Tee times were announced for the first rounds of the PGA Championship coming up here this weekend. Rory McIlroy was going to start at tee number 10 at 8:40 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday with a first-round group with Jordan Spieth and Jon Rahm. Scotty Scheffler and Justin Rose together in a group starting at 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Guys, it's been fun. I'm going to take this belt and I'm just going to hit the old trail here.
Well,
just
guess
tapping-
what? I'm
tapping
filling
the-
out my
Appeal?
I'm appealing this right
Oh,
now.
well, you have to take it up with Dan, not
I
me.
will.
Knock one of Dan's wins off instead of
Great
me.
job.
Covino Crane 19 on YouTube says, LOL, to be fair, after review, Covino said Orioles, then instantly said, no, it can't be because of the Yankees.
Yeah, you disqualified
I
yourself.
disqualified
You did
myself?
back out. You
Yeah.
welched.
And,
Like,
and that's
yeah.
what threw
Well, because
Ian
I'm
off.
like, well, if the Yankees weren't, how the heck are the Orioles on it?
Yeah, no, you
right.
sort of then
Fair
Is that
enough.
your Yankee? Is that your Yankee fandom biting you a little bit of pride that the Orioles cannot be
Yeah, I was like,
older
yeah.
than your beloved club?
All right. Well, I'll take the loss. All right. So
I've,
we're Covino and Rich. Congrats to Perfett.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
He was given the the starting tease for the golf tournament coming up. What is it again? The
PGA Championship.
PGA Championship.
At don't ask me to pronounce the name of the golf club. I think it's Aronimink. Yeah, Aronimink Golf
I
Club.
have a
yeah.
question. If you go mini golfing,
Mm-hmm.
do you ever do that thing where you start at another hole if there's a long line, or you're like, no, I'll wait behind people on hole one?
It depends, man. Yeah, it just depends.
Because
It depends
nothing-
how serious I'm
There's
taking
nothing
this thing.
worse than standing behind people waiting for them to mini golf.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's like, God, that's usually the worst people in front of you, too. Like, have you ever golfed in your life?
I'll tell you what, though. I'm a master of the lighthouse, the windmill. The
Yeah,
windmill.
You're the best at it.
Yeah, I'm
All
the
right,
best.
we got more Covino and Rich, and a deep thought from Covino.
I don't know if I want to take credit for this deep thought. It's a story today.
Yeah, okay, we'll get to
Thanks
that.
for giving me the credit, though.
So,
but
you guys, you got to have to hear this.
David Letterman says there's a show that he can't miss, and we're going to let you know what that is, but I want you to start thinking about, shows that you just can't miss, like appointment watching. In today's world,
Is there anything?
that's sort of interesting because, yeah, you could watch anything at any time, and is anything really that good that you need to watch every episode? We're going to talk about it next right here on Covino and Rich, Fox Sports Radio.
All right, well, every sports season is built on preparation, studying the trends and making the necessary adjustments to reach the ultimate goal. Investing deserves that same approach. With Webull, you have the access to real-time data advanced tools, and an intuitive app designed to help you make informed decisions.
Whether you're actively trading stocks, options, ETFs, and more, or planning for the long term for you and your family with IRAs, cash management, and custodial accounts for children, Webull gives you the tools to invest your way all in one platform.
Looking to take your prep to the next level? Check out Webull's Learn resources and join their in-app community to discuss investing trends with 25 million other users globally.
And now to help streamline your trading activities and elevate your strategy, try Vega, Webull's personal market AI assistant that can give real-time analysis, watchlist insights, and alerts when earnings drop.
So get your financial portfolio game ready by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com.
Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosure.
If you guys remember, Devin Williams, who's on the Mets, who almost blew it again for Rich's team last night, he was on the Yankees last year.
Yeah, and before that, he was very effective. One of the best arms out of the pen in the game when he was on the Brewers.
But the story was, when he was on the Brewers, he was dominant until Pete Alonso shook his confidence. But he had that long beard. He had that long, intimidating reliever beard, and he was in his zone in Milwaukee. When he came to the Yankees, they had their rules, they had their traditions, and he shaved his beard, and he looked weak. He had a weak chin.
Yeah, so
he didn't look like the same intimidating guy, and he looks cool with some scruff and some beard. It definitely changes the appearance and the intimidation factor, especially for a closer. So because of Devin Williams, and I'm sure other people on the team, they're like, it's 2026. Can we finally change the facial hair rules with the New York Yankees? Because up until last year, it was you could have a mustache. Those are the Mattingly rules, I guess. You could have a mustache, but you couldn't have the Guidry rules, but you couldn't have a beard. So they actually changed the rules last year for Devin Williams. And now the Yankees are trying to push even more this year.
I saw the headline. Yankees alternate road jerseys?
Yeah.
Players react to a possible new uniform. Now, let it be known.
The story is that some of the star players went to the executives, upper management, and were like, yeah, we want to wear an alternate away jersey.
Now, if you're a fan of baseball and you're someone that follows, the history of jerseys in all sports, the Yankees are the only team that has stuck to traditional pinstripes, road grays, nothing else at all, except one time when they did the Field of Dreams game and they had some piping on their jersey. Besides that, the Yankees never had a City Connect. In fact, there's only two teams that don't have a City Connect jersey. One team with no real city, the A's, because they're cityless, and the Yankees. And this, tradition thing again, I think it gets in their way. The Cubs, the Red Sox, other,
Rich, what is
Reds.
I credit you. I know you probably got it from I don't know, one of your favorite shows, This Is Us or How I Met Your Mother, but sometimes tradition is making the same mistake over and over again, right? Sometimes you got to shake it up or shake it off.
Who'd you get that from? Who'd you get that from? Scott Farrell?
Yeah.
Shake it up. Sometimes you got to listen here, Fox Sports Radio. Sometimes you just got to shake it. Ooh, shake it. Oh.
Sometimes you got to shake it up and realize that it's 2026 and you got to mix things up and I don't know,
and
step into a new culture.
They're not even trying to do anything crazy. The suggestion would be the Yankees, who, as you know, the pinstripes at home, that gray road jersey that just says
It's
New
a
York.
drab, boring away jersey,
Yeah.
but again, it's tradition. It's tradition.
Well, it's
It's
been
the
around since
Yankees.
Babe Ruth.
It's been around for a long time, but they've slightly changed it. They were the Highlanders. Their old Yankee pinstripe, they were like a creamy yellow sort of color, right? So it's not like it was always exactly the same, but the pinstripes is what they're known for. Now, let's make this very clear. The story is the pinstripes stay. When they play at home, they're like, we're not trying to change that tradition. The pinstripes are classic. That's what we wear. Their request is to wear a variation, a different away jersey, and alternate it every once in a while. And there's speculation that the alternate jersey might be their practice jersey, that navy blue, just reversing the colors of the gray and blue.
That's like such a baby step, right? Like,
Yeah.
Giancarlo, Big John,
Big G
said, "Yeah, I'd be a fan. I promise you, the world wouldn't spin off its axis if this happened." He goes, "A lot of people on the team would definitely be okay with this and want it for sure." There's a lot of tradition here. The most iconic jersey in sports, but that doesn't mean that every once in a while you can't change it up on the road.
Hold on, though. The most iconic jersey in sports is not the away jersey. I'm sorry. It's the pinstripes. And there's so many people crying about it in the world of sports media. Even Michael Kay is like, come on. All these boneheads complaining about it. Steve Covino and Rich Davis.
Is that the lyric? No.
Covino and Rich with Danny G, the best producer in all the land. Iowa Sam. It's always great to see Iowa Sam.
Oh, good vibes.
But he's always tired because he was dealing with Stugatz all day. I want fresh, vibrant, ready to go Iowa Sam.
Stugatz wear you down.
Yeah, I want Iowa Sam all to
I haven't
ourselves.
dealt with Stugatz at all this week.
Who wears you down more? Stugatz or Gottlieb back in the day?
Oh, Gottlieb.
Stu Gottlieb.
Yes, Stu Gottlieb. And Perfett, the grand champion of the day. Hey, I do want to clarify my confusion on that game. Not for justification, just for clarification.
It was very confusing.
When I was talking about the Orioles and the Yankees, here's a little fun fact. As the Yankees take on the Orioles, and they're leading 1-0 with a home run from Goldie. The New York Yankees were originally the Baltimore Orioles, founded in 1901 as a charter American League team. Then the franchise moved to New York in 1903, becoming the Highlanders, before officially being renamed the Yankees in 1913. So when I said the Orioles, I'm like, yeah, but they can't because it was the Yankees. Boom.
But it is technically.
Yeah, so I was
It's
sort
tricky.
of confused on how that would play out in the game. But either way, I take the L, and that's fine. Props to Perfett. But I just wanted to give you that little fun fact. The Yankees were the Orioles.
There's two modern day examples of what you described. But in the early days of baseball, a team would leave a city, and then the team might obtain a team and call it the OG. Like, remember when the Browns left Cleveland to go to Baltimore, and then the Cleveland Browns became a franchise a couple years later, but it was a whole new team?
Mm-hmm.
That was common in the early 1900s in baseball, which is why that was a tricky question.
Yeah, it was a little tricky, but it was a great question.
It's
a
like
fun
how
game.
it's like how the Hornets became the Hornets again.
You know what?
Yeah. That's why I was asking when the expansion team goes to Seattle, will they get their old numbers back from the Thunder?
Yeah. It's confusing. Hey,
Well, that was that battle with Houston, right? Because
Exactly.
the Houston
yeah.
Oilers moved to Nashville to become the Tennessee Titans. But now that Houston's a team again as the Texans, should they get the heritage of the Oilers?
Well, thanks for playing along, guys. We usually play Last One Standing on Mondays, but we did a special edition today because we did Big Papi trivia yesterday. If you missed it, catch it on the podcast and, of course, streaming live. You could watch Big Papi in studio yesterday at Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. Live chat and play along at Covino and Rich FSR. So we told you that David Letterman said that there was a must-see TV show. And we're going to tell you what that is.
Well, hey, in the meantime, Fox Sports Radio studio, and it's time to get your financial portfolio game ready. With Webull, get powerful investing tools, real-time data, one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com.
Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures.
Now, tomorrow, midweek major. Sam's going to hook you up with that.
That's right.
Plus, Mike, who runs this take, so join us mañana.
Who?
Oh.
Mike, who runs this take.
See who hit home run, by the way? Schwarber. Now he's ahead of Judge by one home run.
Nice.
Ooh, 17 for Schwarby.
Well, David Letterman was interviewed recently, and he says that Pardon the Interruption, good old PTI, your
Classic.
boy Kornheiser and Wilbon, is the only show that David Letterman can't miss. Interesting, right?
I mean, he's an old retired guy. That's
he's
a
an
perfect,
old retired guy. He
Perfect
loves
middle
his
of the
sports.
day. Perfect middle of the day, like half-hour TV show
I'll
for
tell you
Letterman.
what, you know, Rich and I worked at ESPN, and we knew firsthand that was the big money maker for ESPN. That's why he's been around so long.
Yeah, it does well.
It does well.
That's
it
where
always
Cadillac
does well.
parked their money.
Yeah, seriously, it was their cash cow of the
Daytime shows,
enterprise, ESPN. So it makes sense. It's a fun show. What's that show for you? We don't even have to really dive into it, but it's something to think about later on. Is there a show like nowadays that I just can't miss?
I mean, podcasts you can listen to anytime. Everything's streaming. I feel like if you're behind a few weeks on a show, you're like, yeah, no biggie. So I don't know if that world exists anymore. I think we're looking at the last of those, right?
No, that's why it's an interesting question. So you could think about that and, you know, put that in your pipe and smoke it, as they say.
Oh, I know. Overpromised.
Oh, yeah, our bonus pod, exactly. All right,
That's
hey,
right here
you guys
on
owe
our
me
YouTube channel.
$5.
Thank you.
Enjoy Game 5 tonight. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the Overpromised land. Yeah, buddy.
Bye now.